Tonight after a conservative favorite fires up the crowd at The View, getting some serious applause as he explains why he believes America's welfare system actually hurts Americans. But Dr. Ben Carson's comments did not exactly go over well with co-host Whoopee Goldberg. Watch.
Well, let me put it this way. When you rob someone of their incentive to go out there and improve themselves, you are not doing them any favors. When you take somebody and pat them on the head and say, there, you poor little thing, I'm going to give you food stamps, I'm going to give you a house. Wait a minute. Let me finish the thought.
Yeah, finish the thought.
Okay, let me give you a housing subsidy. Let me give you free health care. And because you can't do that. And it's those people over there that's causing you to have your... Wait a minute.
We got to do it quick because we're almost close to wrap. So.
Okay, so what would be much more empowering is to use our intellect and our resources to give those people a way up and out.
May I just... Okay. Let me just speak to this before we go. As a former welfare mother, very few people want to be on welfare. Very few want to walk with their kids and take food stamps in there. Most people would rather work. Now, I don't feel bad about being a welfare mother because I contribute as an American. That's what we do. And because the welfare system is so bizarre, you can't work. They don't allow you to work because they take the money from you. So if we fix the system so that it doesn't hurt the people, maybe it'll get better. Thank you, Dr. Ben Carson.
Dr. Ben Carson is a Fox News contributor and former director of pediatric neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins Hospital. He has a new book out, One Nation, What We Can All Do to Save America's Future. I spoke with him earlier. Do you think that people who are on welfare want to be on welfare?
I think some do. I think some people have that as a way of life. It's generational. It's intergenerational. And after the great progress that we made after the struggles of the civil rights movement, I think perhaps the worst thing that happened is a lot of some well-meaning and some not so well-meaning folks came along and started patronizing these individuals and saying, oh, you can't really do anything. And, you know, we'll take care of you. You'll be okay. In some cases, it was to assuage their guilt. In some cases, they genuinely felt that they couldn't really help themselves.
You're speaking in part about people of color because the setup to that answer you gave was, do you think that the welfare system is racist? And there's a race element here. You're talking about sort of how this was born, and there are so many minorities on welfare today.
Right. Now there are more whites on welfare than there are people of color, or at least black people. But it doesn't really matter because what's happening is we're going from a can-do society to a what can you do for me society. That never leads to the elevation of a society. That always leads to the decline of a society. Whenever
you start to say something like that, you get a response like we heard from Whoopee, which is people who are struggling need a bridge. They need some help just to get them through over to the other side.
I'm happy for people who truly need help to get help. And like I said before, you know, we have the ability in this nation to get the economy moving. I actually believe that perhaps some of the things that are going on right now, which could be easily remedied, are not being remedied in order to keep the economy depressed, because there would be no appetite for many of the social programs if people were doing well.
What do you think? Like President Obama and his colleagues are up there saying, how can we keep unemployment high? How can we keep the American society down?
I think there may be some people, I don't know exactly who they are, but it seems to me like it would be relatively easy to fix some of this stuff. Everybody agrees. The president has said, the Republicans have said, the Democrats have said that our corporate tax rate, which is the highest in the world, needs to be lowered. Have they lowered it? No. Have they done anything about our arcane, just ridiculous taxation system? No. Do they talk about it? Yes.
Are you somebody who plans on throwing his hat in the ring to try to fix some of these things?
Well, you know, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Okay, Dr. Carson, we shall see indeed. Great, good of you to be here.
Thank you.
All the best.
All right.
We are also tracking new reports tonight of a surge in children trying to cross into the United States. We'll show you the drama this is now creating on the border. Plus, up next, the elementary school getting national attention for asking young students to do their best to try to minimize the competitive urge to win.